When a premium benefit is selected, the employee row must be highlighted. We're implementing that in this clip. Let's switch back to this slide for a moment. We already learned how to pass on data from parent to child components. Employee Overview gets the employee data from the API and passes it on to Employee Row and Benefit Selector. We now need the employee row to respond to the fact that a benefit is clicked in its child component, the Benefit Selector. If the benefit selected is a premium benefit, the row has to be highlighted. To notify parent components, we can use a delegate. When the child component gets rendered in the parent component, the parent specifies a method it wants called when a certain event happens. The child then fires the method contained in the delegate when the event happens. Wait, what? Hang on, I have another example for you. Blazor uses a special wrapper around a delegate suited for components called event callback. In the benefit selector, we can just write another property of that type. It is generic. The generic parameter is the parameter of the method that the delegate can contain. I call the event onPremiumToggle. It also needs the parameter attribute because the value has to be set from the outside. Now, just in case you don't have your delegate knowledge handy, this means that this property can contain a reference to a method, but not just any method. It must be one that accepts the supplied parameter. With this property, the parent component will be able to supply such a method reference, and thus the benefit selector can call the method on the parent without actually knowing who the parent is. So now the method inside the delegate must be executed when the checkbox gets toggled. And we already have a method that reacts to that event. Let's make this method async, returning a task. And this just works because Blazor supports synchronous and asynchronous event handlers at the same time. In the last line of the method, I invoke the delegate asynchronously, specifying the bool parameter using an expression. If there is a benefit that is selected and premium, the boolean is true, else false. In the part of the employee row component where I render the benefit selector, I can now assign a method to onPremiumToggle. I just call it PremiumToggle. It doesn't exist yet, but let's implement it. It's a void accepting the boolean. Remember, we gave event handler the generic type bool, so it must accept a bool. You can also make this method asynchronous, and that's the reason we invoked it asynchronously earlier. When the method is called, I want to change the hasPremiumBenefits property of the employee model instance to the incoming bool. So maybe you're thinking now, didn't we have a reference to the employee model in the benefit selector? Well, the answer is yes, but changes to a referenced object are not automatically tracked. You could still set the hasPremiumBenefits property in the benefit selector though, but you would still need the event callback to call state has changed in employee row to manually activate the re-rendering mechanism. Back to the razor of the employee row, I want the TR to get the CSS class table success when hasPremiumBenefits is true. A way to do that is to declare a helper variable that determines the CSS class by using the hasPremiumBenefits property. We can then use the variable in the class attribute of the TR. Now Blazor will automatically re-evaluate the variable when hasPremiumBenefits changes. When I now run and select a premium benefit, the row background changes to the nice green color. Wellness and education are premium benefits, by the way. Now, instead of rendering a single benefit within the for each statement of benefit selector, having a separate benefit row component might be a good idea, effectively adding another child layer. And that would make the code much cleaner. Would that be a good challenge for you? It would require you to rethink the callback logic to the parent components. When you get it to work, you'll have a thorough understanding of how binding and callbacks work. Another module done. I hope you liked it. You now know a good deal about component interaction. Let's enhance the components in the next module.